Access. There's something that's better to start as early as you can, but even if you start a little later than others, it's better than not starting at all. Do you know what it is? It's exercise! According to a new study, a person in their 60s who worked out at least 20 minutes a day was much healthier than a person in the same age group who didn't. So, there's no reason why we should wait to start something that's so good for us, right? And there's also something else. Something that's good to start early, but still good even if you start late. And do you know what that is? It's listening to Music Access. So hurry and tell others about this so they can start working out and listening to Music Access early on, okay? The first song you heard today, Sunday, August 23rd, was Love on Top by Beyonce. What's up, Music Access family? Do you work out daily? You know, for me, I do, of course, dance. I sing, which is also, to a certain extent, its own kind of exercise. And then, of course, I walk around a lot, just because, you know, we do have a car. But we walk around for dinner. We walk around just, you know, all the time. And so, even if it's just as simple as taking a quick stroll around your neighborhood, I'd recommend trying it out. And if you do want to go for that hard workout, maybe go from a walk to a jog, just doing push-ups and sit-ups in your home is also excellent. So find out the various ways you can work out. Now, our Sunday show, we have our corner Scribble Scribble. And this corner is for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. And it's a chance to be honest to yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, what was a proud moment, or just anything in general from the past week. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble on your title. Now, here's how you can listen and participate. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your message in real time. And if you use a computer, just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, of course, if you have any song requests or any songs that you want to recommend to the entire world, go ahead and send those on to our message board under the subject title request. Now, before we come back with Scribble Scribble, we'll check out Talk About You by Mika, followed by Best Mistake by Ariana Grande featuring Big Sean. I wanna be with you, and if you feel the same, shall we meet here? Will you tell me your story? If you're shy, you can playfully scribble scribble. If you don't know where to start, you can start with a doodle and scribble scribble. Good job, that's how we'll begin our story. I wanna be with you. Our Sunday Corner Scribble Scribble is just that. This corner's for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. It's a chance to talk about anything and be open about everything. And just, discuss daily lives and whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble Scribble on your title. Now, let's go to our first message, which comes from Sharon from Canada saying, Benji, how's your day going? Pretty good. I've been in America for a week now and I've already traveled through 6 states. Woo! I'm going to my 7th state tomorrow. I'm so tired, but I've been trying a lot of different foods that we don't have in Canada, so it's worth it. Stay healthy and rest a lot. I love you. Love, Sharon from Toronto. That's a lot of states for a week. I mean, spending 1 day or 2 days in the States is probably, a good time. But having 6 states in a week means, you stay in a place for a day, then you go and move another day, then you go and move another day, move another day, move another day, and that's a lot of travel. I'm just saying, you must be super, super tired, but, I understand that you're trying to check out a lot of different foods, and depending on what states you are in, I'm sure you'll get a lot of amazing food, but don't forget to enjoy the sights while you're there. Check out the different waypoints in the different states, not just the food, but the points of interest and all that stuff. And hopefully, I'm sure, of course, a road trip and going through all these states is amazing, but don't forget to stop and smell the whatever's there, whether it's barbecue, whether it's seafood, meat, whatever's there. Just enjoy it while you travel. Now, before we continue on, we're going to check out the song Beatriz of Brazil Wants to Hear Gypsy by Lady Gaga, followed by Time of Our Lives by Pitbull featuring Neo. We just heard Gypsy by Lady Gaga, followed by Time of Our Lives by Pitbull featuring, almost said Pharrell, Neo. And you're listening to Music Access and the memorable events that happened to you this week. Don't just go over them in your head, but try writing down your feelings like you're jotting down your thoughts comfortably, like you're doodling. We're sharing your thoughts here on Sunday via Scribble, and our next message comes from Flor Lopez from the USA saying, "Hi Benji, I'm sad you don't have a quiz during the weekends. I always laugh when I hear your hints during the week, and I'm so glad I tune in. I have an appointment later today, so I was going to go to sleep." It's really late there. I thought my time travel wouldn't be chosen for it. Thank you for your words. Of course, we read everyone's messages here on Music Access. And in terms of not having a quiz on the weekends, it's because it's hard work. Reading a quiz. No, I'm just kidding. Besides the fact that, it's special, I think keeping the quiz on a weekday basis is something that makes the quiz that much more kind of relatable. To a certain extent, keeps our weekend shows very, chill, very down-tempo. It's not so much that, we don't want to have a non-exciting weekend, but the weekend shows are, of course, not just dedicated to reading y'all messages, but also dedicated to just checking out great songs and the songs that everyone wants to hear. So I think, that's what keeps our music quiz golden, and what keeps our weekend shows silver, and what keeps me bronzed. I don't know what that means, but I am a very bronze color right now. Alright, now before we continue going on, we're going to check out two more songs. Pak Soyu of Vietnam requested See You Again by Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth, and Evelyn of Singapore wants to hear Flashlight by Jessie J. We just heard See You Again by Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth, followed by Flashlight by Jessie J. Side note, See You Again, I didn't think that would be such a big song to blow up. I remember when I first saw the movie that this song was associated with, it was the timing of the song is just crazy, the whole passing of the actor, and when he comes out in the end, and he's like, and I'll see you on the other side and all this stuff, and then you hear the opening, the ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, oh. And then, they're driving off in the sunset. It's been a long time without you, my friend. It's like, and it really, strikes at your heart. It's just, I think it's a really good song. All right, continuing on, we have Rarissa from Thailand saying to DJ Benji, where do you want to go if you come to Thailand? I hope you come to Thailand. And please say Sawati Krap. Thank you for your hard work fighting. If I do go to Thailand, I feel like one of the places that I'd want to go is Bangkok and just enjoy all the great, great, great food that's there. I am huge on food, as y'all already know. Y'all have known for a long time. And one of the things that I really, really, really enjoy is just, walking around, checking out the area, checking out, what's there. I think one of the best things you can do when you go on a vacation isn't just, hey, they say this place is good, let's go there, but also just not planning anything and just completely walking around and just finding out what's there. I think that's also really, really super fun. And let's see, if I go to Thailand, though, I think I want to try going to the beach in Thailand, because I didn't get a chance to go to anything because we were filming our music video there last time. So definitely the beach, because I love beaches. Alright, now, before we continue on, of course, we'll check out two more songs. And Vanessa of Canada requested Alone by Infinite H. And Giovanna of Guatemala requested Sapun Sapun Like a Cat by AOA. We just heard Alone by Infinite Age, followed by Sapun Sapun by AOA. Side note, I really like the song by AOA. I love how the opening's really... Brave sound. I thought it was a really, really, really cool. And it's probably one of my favorite AOA songs to date. That, and also because of, what else could there be? There could be the, that song was also really cool, the 짧은 치마 입고. That one was also really, really fun, but yes. Alright, so, continuing on, we have more messages. Okay, and we're gonna read the message from Kirsten from the USA, saying, so I'm leaving for my next work trip, and we have to make a group meal. For mine, I'm making 된장국, or the bean paste soup, with nettles. Nettles! And before you ask, because everyone always asks, yes, they are the stinging nettles, and no, they don't sting you if you boil them. I'm also making rice and a little 돼지 불고기 with banchan, or pork bulgogi, with side dishes. Crossing my fingers that it goes over well with my crew. And also, I have some pretty pottery on my SNS if you want to check it out. Word. First of all, nettles, I actually was watching cooking videos on the video site. And you can roast them on the fireplace, and then if you boil them, you can also make nettle cakes. And the food that I was watching when I was cooking it was rabbit with nettle cakes. So it was a kind of a seared rabbit, and the nettles were, I don't know, it looked really, really good. I've never actually eaten nettles before, but it seems like something that would be really, really, really delicious to just try out. Because, you know, just food in general, of course, is always super awesome. But besides that, you know, it's nettles, it's wildlife. It's cool eating something that stings you. Like eating a jellyfish. Have you guys had jellyfish? It's really interesting. And so, Kirsten, I hope that your food goes over well with the group. And I'm sure it will, because it's delicious food anyway. Like, who doesn't like pork bulgogi? I mean, if you don't like pork bulgogi because you can't eat pork, that has nothing to do with the bulgogi. That has to do with the pork itself. And other than that, you know, the 된장찌개, I'm sure they'll like that too. And thank you for giving your crew a Korean experience. I'm sure they'll love it. Now, before we continue on, of course, we're going to check out two more great songs. Hannah of Korea wants to hear 후유증 by Prom featuring Minhyun. And Vanessa of Peru wants to hear Return by Wendy featuring Yukjidam. And it's the end of our first hour. After a short break, we'll continue on with Scribble Scribble. And we'll come back with the second hour after checking out the song Mylene of the USA wants to hear Here Without You by Three Doors Down. You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. And our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Sunday, August 23rd was Don't Stop the Music by Rihanna. Wow, here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, before we move on, let's check out two songs. The first song is Left You by The Color of Clouds, followed by I Won't Give Up by Jason Mraz. We just heard Left You by The Color of Clouds, followed by I Won't Give Up by Jason Mraz. You're listening to the second hour of Music Access for Sunday, and we're on our Sunday corner, Scribble Scribble, which is just like using Music Access as a big notepad. Just as you jot down your ideas, thoughts, and what's been on your mind without thinking much on a notepad, you can send them into us here so we can all share. It'll be your messages filling up this corner, so feel free to just jot down anything and everything that's on your mind. And our next message comes from Richie Menelastis from the USA saying, "Hi Benji, did you enjoy sleeping outside in the latest Tour versus Tour episode?" The answer for that is no. So a quick explanation. We had an episode where we had to go to a glamping place, or a place called Glamorous Camping, which is like a tent that has a bed. It has all the amenities you might really want when you go to a hotel. It's a very nice place. And I lost the final cooking showdown, which required that I sleep outside. It was very cold. It started raining later in the night. Granted, there was a little cover in the opening, but it was actually extremely very uncomfortable. And I would not recommend it. If you have a bed, why sleep in a tent? And if you get kicked out, find a different place to sleep. Don't sleep right in front, because that is not comfortable whatsoever. So Richie, you should try it sometime. I recommend it. Alright, now before we move on, we're going to check out two songs. Beatriz of Brazil wants to hear Pray by FT Island, and we'll follow it with Maum by IU. We just heard Pray by FT Island, followed by Maum by IU. Side note, we were promoting Between Night and Music when FT Island was promoting this song, and when they won first on one of the music programs, of course, you do an encore performance afterwards, and not the lead singer, but the guitarist, I'm sorry, I don't remember the names, in the opening it was, and he kind of yelled out the first opening thing, and it was really, really cool. We were all me and my members wow, that guy can hit the notes too. So everyone in FT Island is exceedingly talented. It's crazy. Now, our next message comes from Kathy Lau from Hong Kong, saying, "Hi, Benji," and then an interesting mark. "I'm a beginning from Hong Kong. Shout out to all beginnings in the house. Did you plan to do anything this weekend? It's so boring during my summer. I don't want to do sports, but otherwise there's nothing to do. I can't change anything because I'm going to have a public exam this year, and it's very important to me. Too much stress. Oh no, what should I do? Have a nice day, Benji." Well, I didn't plan to do anything this weekend other than music access. But when it comes to stress, I figured out some new ways to deal with it. So I always talk about, eating ice cream, listening to music. One thing that I did now is I go and I plug in my earphones whenever I go somewhere. But, take a moment to go into a busy area, whether it's a street or a neighborhood, and just sit in a chair, close your eyes, and listen to all the sounds surrounding you. So that includes the sounds of passing cars, the sounds of people talking, and just absorb all that and be lost in just living. I think that's something that we as people tend to sort of sometimes lose track of, and that's just the joy of living. We have to have fun, we have to do work, we have to achieve, we have to get results. But in the end, we're living to live. When we're a baby, it's not, oh my gosh, I have to learn how to walk ASAP. Oh, I have to, speak ASAP. That's all, it comes naturally as a result of living. And then even now, of course, I'm not saying, just sit there all day long for every day for a year and you're going to make millions. That's something else. But I'm saying, when you get stressed out, just remember the joy of living for living, People walking around in the hustle and bustle, and you have a moment to yourself to just, sit and discuss and just not do anything. And that's the joy, I think, of living. It's one of the beauties that we can kind of relish, but in order to relish it, we have to find it first. And finding it is half the battle. But good luck, Kathy. I'm sure you can do it. And if you don't like the bustling city of this, the bustling sounds of the city, then maybe, try going to the countryside. Because the sound of running water is also really nice. But I don't recommend sitting on the toilet at home and turning on the faucet and listening to that water, because that's a different kind of water, and that will push up your water bill. Yeah. Alright, now before we continue on, we're going to check out two more songs. And the first song is Miyu by Sunny featuring Baekhyun. And Ryoko of Japan wants to hear 꿈을 파는 가게 by Crucial Star featuring Bob James and Mason the Soul. We just heard by Sunny featuring Pegerin, followed by 꿈을 파는 가게, or The Store That Sells Dreams by Crucial Star featuring Bob James and Mason the Soul. And our next message for our corner Scribble is from Hannah Paik from Korea. And it's in all caps. It says, "Hi DJ Benji." Pushing the mic away a little bit. "I just want to say how lucky I am being able to listen to your charming voice and also look into your beautifully sparkling eyes. Can any of you become my boyfriend or at least my brother? It's not like I have no siblings. I have a younger sister, but she lives away in USA, Michigan. I feel like an only child. Well, at least I have a cat and a fish to look after, so I guess I'm not completely alone." Pushing the mic back towards me a little bit. First of all, if you write in caps, it sounds like you're shouting in my head. The voice in my head reads it in an exceedingly loud voice. So, thank you for that. It gives me a lot of emotion, and I can tell how excited you are to write your message. Can I become your boyfriend? I don't know about boyfriend, but can I become your brother? Yeah, we can be Music Access brothers, or I'll be your Music Access brother, rather, because we're a Music Access family. Duh. And why is she? Oh, I guess living abroad. I get it. And having a cat and a fish to look after, make sure you look after them very well, because you never know if that fish might disappear one day because the cat ate it. It's not like that's happened to me, though, because I only raised a fish, and, I fed it every day and all that stuff, and it went out, boop, 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 and that was about it. But it was a pretty fish. And, of course, before I move on to the songs, I just want to say, at least you have a younger sister. Even if she's abroad, remember to tell her that you miss her and you love her, and tell her she's doing great, because living abroad to a certain extent could be a little stressful for her, and I'm sure she would definitely appreciate the support that you could give her as a older sister. Hannah, girl, you got this. Big sis? Little sis? Nuna? Alright, now before we continue on, we're gonna check out two more songs. And the first song is 환청 by Chang Jae-in featuring Nasho. And Amber of the USA wants to hear Run by Nell. We just heard 환청 by Chang Jae-in featuring Nasho, followed by Run by Nell. Show of hands, how many of y'all know the band Nell? I'm sure you found out about the band via maybe GD's song, because he did have a song with Nell, but they were famous way before that. Go check out their songs. They have some great songs, and I love his voice. My roommate really, really loved his music, and so, if you have a chance, go check it out. And going to our next message, first we have Natalie from Canada saying, "Hello, Benji. How is your day going? I hope it's going well. Around 10 days ago, my sister and I were watching a meteor shower. It's so cool and interesting. Have you ever seen a meteor shower?" I've never seen a meteor shower personally. I've seen them in videos. But I have taken a shower before. I've had a shower of cookies, a shower of compliments, a shower of disses before, but I've never seen a meteor shower. Everybody laugh with me. Or the joke's not funny. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like that would be really, really cool. Just looking up in the sky and seeing all this white dots falling and going through. And think about it for a second. Okay, what do we make wishes on? When you wish upon a star, usually shooting stars, right? But a shooting star, what is a shooting star? It's like a comet that's, burning up and all that stuff. So then if you made a single wish for every single, meteor that showered down, how many wishes would you have made? Think about that. How much would the world have changed based on your wishes? That would be super, super cool. And next time I see a meteor shower, I am definitely going to do that. Make a bunch of wishes and change the world. If I could change the world. Anyone know that song? It's another classic. Go check it out. It's called Change, I think. Alright, now continuing on, we have myself from the Philippines saying, "Hello, Bebe Benji. I'm glad you always update on your SNS. And I'm waiting for a foodstagram. Make more foodstagrams. Don't make us drool over the food, okay?" Okay, I am of course gonna upload more food, but it takes time. I want to make sure that the food pictures that I upload are super, super good and swell, because if I upload a food picture, that means I really, really like that food, or I think that picture came out exceedingly well, And I can't just upload it, I can't be like, hey, this is my lunch. Then I upload like a few hours later, hey, this is my dinner. That doesn't make sense. It has to be something like, oh, I ate this, today, and it was so delicious. And then I have to put a whole description on it. And then in the hashtags, I'm going to have to put something funny. And that takes time to think up too. I'm not just naturally funny. Well, I am, but it's a different story. All right, now before we move on to our regularly scheduled programming, continuing on, we're gonna check out 2 more great songs. The first song is Stay or Leave by Grace Weber, and the second song that we're gonna check out is called Okay by Sam Ock. We just heard Stay or Leave by Grace Weber, followed by I'm Okay by Sam Ock. I keep wanting to say I'm Ock by Sam Ock, because that would be funny, but the song's not called I'm Ock, it's called I'm Okay. Anyways, so this does bring us to the end of our show for today. Of course, we're going to check out another great song before we leave. We're going to listen to Uprising by Muse. This was Benji of B.I.G, and as always, I'll be back.